Namaste, angels. I hope you saw it. The orb went right across immediately. This is the weekly love reading for the period of August 19th, Sunday, August 19th, which is the day that Mercury goes direct. And also, I think is the same day that Jupiter is trine Neptune. I talk about all of it in the general reading as usual, so check it out there. Because don't quote me, but there it'll be correct. Also, it goes through Saturday, the 25th, which is the day Jupiter will be square Neptune, I think. Again, don't quote me. But yeah, the 19th through the 25th. We do have the energy of the lovers in the bottom, which means what it typically would mean in any deck, that love is coming, but also a further message that we can find love in everything, everywhere, everything, everyone, including and first and foremost ourselves. But our opening message for this week is card number 60 from the Journey of Love Oracle. Riding the Cosmic Wave, and looks very Venus and Mars-ish, although it looks like they've traded places, like that Usher song. She's in red, and maybe this is Mars, maybe this is Pluto. Riding the Cosmic Wave. You can be carried further by the cosmic wave than by your own efforts. Where you're going cannot be attained by effort. The effort, the discipline, prepares us for the leap. Okay, we've been preparing for the leap for months now, if you've been watching my videos and actually following through with the guidance. But after the leap, we're no longer sustained by our efforts, but by forces greater than us, the forces of love itself. You're stepping toward the edge, preparing to leap and to let the cosmic wave of love carry you forward. You shall be moved through grace into the new world awaiting you. This oracle brings a message. There is a time to work hard and a time to allow the fruits of one's labor to manifest. I used that terminology earlier this week on my Facebook page with regard to my daughter. I sent my two girls to an anime convention, and I posted a picture of the oldest one enjoying herself, the fruit of my labor, enjoying the fruits of my labor. I didn't know it was going to have meaning later on. So yeah, we have to allow for, the fruits of our labor to manifest when one may be carried by forces set in motion by the energy of life itself. You can let go and move further, reach further and farther with less effort. Now is the time to give yourself permission to stop paddling and instead to just ride the wave. That's if you've prepared. Give in, let go, and be moved. Your spirit flies like the wind, warms like the sun, and watches like the sky. How wise the earth, waiting for the moment to be touched. On that note, I'm going to do the masculine perspective with the Keepers of the Light Oracle this week, beginning with Archangel Michael, trusting heaven, which sounds a lot like the message I just read. Forces larger than ourselves. Once we put in the effort and prepare ourselves, they take over. You are safe. Angels are close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. If you have not yet prepared, as far as I'm concerned, there's still time. Now, I'm not saying I'm the end all be all. I absolutely am not. But this August 2018 is still 8/11. So it still fits into, at least for my viewers, the vision that I saw. I saw 8/11, but the whole month is 8/11. Okay, going to the dice, I'm beginning with 29, spiritual partnership. No. And weekend away. Spirit says cocktail. Yes. So a yes or no question that you had as it relates to love is the answer is yes. And romantic dinner. So romantic dinner and cocktail, and yes, I like it. From the masculine perspective, again, begin with Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. Opening 2, Paul, the Venetian, experiencing grace. Share your gifts with grace. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. This fits in with the opening message too, waves of inspiration. I just read a card about riding the cosmic wave. Archangel Michael. Kuan Yin, care and compassion. Choose to be love. Do what is right for everyone involved. Offer a helping hand. Archangel Michael. Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge, lead by example, walk your talk. Say what you mean what you say, Archangel Michael. I'm going to cut. The Shekinah, sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Overall energy this week is El Moria, awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. Divine feminine. The masculine about the feminine, about himself and the union as a whole. Overall, what the masculine would have the feminine do as it relates toward the union. Surrender, do, contribute, what he himself is willing to, what the universe would love to help the two of them to do, and would like the two of them to do. And the outcome. Divine feminine. The Miriam, sacred vision. Choose to forgive in order to heal. See the light in all. Remember that love has no boundaries. Also, speaking of the Miriam, Mary has a feast day this week. It is the 22nd, the Queenship. That's the name of the feast. The 22nd of August is the last day of Leo, the first day of Virgo, depending upon what kind of calendar you're using as it relates to the zodiac. So the divine feminine sort of working in this space of duality, and also forgiveness, compassion, looking at all perspectives. It's very Queen of Air. So maybe that's another reason other than the name of why I thought about Mary. The masculine as it relates to the feminine. Serapis Bay, ascension. Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. I think he sees that the light is here with her. And so he's moving toward this, right? And his true self allows him to move toward this, or they are one and the same. When he moves into his true self, he moves toward the feminine. Right? See the light in all. Then he says here, the light is here. Where, when you ride above the darkness. And that's as it relates to the feminine. About himself. Odin, psychic insight. That's how he got to this space of being able to recognize the feminine's light in the way that it shines so brightly. Your third eye is open. See truth for what it is and follow your intuition. The masculine about the union as a whole. Paul the Venetian, experiencing grace. What a lovely way to refer to the union. Share your gifts with grace. I would say this is with one another, sharing. Waves of inspiration and love are coming to you. Overall, the divine director, intervention and purpose. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you're being guided, and happiness is your purpose. The masculine would have the feminine do toward the union. Commander Ashtar, call to action. Take charge and lead by example. Walk your talk. The masculine here, so awakened that he understands the feminine's position, that she is essentially the leader. And that she's, been at this a while, this whole awakening and awakened thing. What is the masculine himself willing to do as it relates to love toward the union this week? Gaia, earth connection. Be mindful of the planet and come back down to earth and stay grounded. I like that. The universe have the two of them do, and it will help them if need be. Master Buddha, increased awareness. So this is all of us getting a promotion, as they say. Deep connection. Trust your inner voice. Okay, you're getting the increased awareness. And the outcome. Holy amethyst. Divine alchemy. Move beyond your current challenges and focus on what you desire. Nice. From the hashtag creepy deck. I'm beginning with triangle. Okay, you know what this means. It's a party of 3 and could be an actual love triangle. And gifts. Perhaps receiving gifts from more than one suitor, or some sort of offer from more than one suitor. Gifts. Also, your gifts spiritually having increased so that you have a better idea of who's real and who's fake when you're doing any type of choosing, whether it's a romantic partner or a friend who's telling the truth, who's a liar. Follow your intuition. Again, very high priestess. Opening to young male. Young male. And control. Maybe somebody being manipulated by an older person. That might be why we're specifying here young male. Not that a young male can't be the manipulator. He absolutely can be. Young male. And long distance. Also, that control could stand for some sort of obstacles, or that manipulation could have presented some sort of obstacles that cause for distance. This is another, not a party of 3, but a representation of the number 3 for me, because I'm just drawn in to notice the 3 sails here. So maybe some sort of third party getting in the way, causing distance, whether it's metaphorical distance or physical distance. Long distance, one more. Yep, there she goes. This is my karmic female in this deck. Brunette female. She tends to be a Cancer or a Leo Cancer, you know, that cuspian. Last week I was getting Queen of Earth was the manipulator. And of the earth signs, although I don't necessarily equate earth signs with that card, of the earth signs, I would say Taurus. That was what I was feeling most. Long distance. And blonde female. This is the representation of the divine feminine for me in this deck. Isn't it funny how she turned up right on the heels of the karmic female? So maybe that's connected to the choosing, right? I began with the triangle and there was a choice being made between 2 people. Okay, long distance. I'm going to cut. Courting man. This could be who's doing the choosing. And it's a male here, but it's not gender specific as far as I'm concerned, or sexuality specific either. Or archetype specific. Very nice. The overall energy is dark male, which is the representation of the divine masculine for me in this deck. Divine couple. Recent past. Near future. Masculine's higher self. Blocks to the union. What the feminine can do, the masculine can do. The universe would have the 2 do, would love to help them with, and the outcome. Divine couple, travel. So this could be trying to get back together. We just saw all that space, whether it's metaphorical distance or physical distance. Also, the travel in this card tends to be representative for me of the retrogrades and the need to revisit situations, or the way that they force us to revisit situations. It also comes up like kind of like the Chariot card in the traditional tarot. It's about movement. Again, whether it's physical or metaphorical, or actually moving or vacationing or traveling. Like to visit one another or something. We did also just see weekend away on the dice. And today is Friday, the day on which I'm recording this. And I myself am about to get, like on a plane or something. About to travel. Recent past. True love. So the reconnection having been made for a lot of us last week and the week prior to. Near future. Freedom. So it's like living how you want to. And this is this very Aquarian energy. I believe we have Mars going back to Aquarius in the near future too. I think next week. So that could be what this is representing. Mars had been located in Aquarius for about a month before going retrograde there. And then last week, on the 12th, moving into Capricorn for a time. And I think next week it goes back into Aquarius. Masculine higher self, gossip, drama, foolishness. It may be him, for the most part, who is dealing with the party of three situation with which I started, that triangle. This can be gossip that is actually going to him or coming from him in which he's involved. It can be just plain out representing drama. Or, of course, it can be people talking about him. Or, scheming something on him. You know, could be a setup or whatever. Or something that he knows of that, you know, would be related to the union. Perhaps something that he knows of going on with the feminine too. Further obstacles to the union. Boom. Told you. All right, so what can the feminine do here? Just remain yourself. Again, this is about being true to oneself, and that's going to show. Who's real, who's fake is going to show. Continue to be passionate and loving. What the masculine can do. For some, this I just, as soon as I picked it up, I felt sever friendships. For some people have to go here. Yeah. I mean, obviously friendship, you know, it can mean it could go the other way too. But as soon as I picked up the card, I heard like sever. What would the universe have the two to do? And, you know, it would love to help them with this week, and will. If they first affirm for themselves, they will do this. Remove obstacles, which is these people. I just told you. Boom, sever. Outcome. Nice. Mature woman, right? Handling things the right way. Again, not necessarily, you know, not popping off when we don't have to pop off. We can just remain cool. Chill, be ourselves, no fake stuff, and just love. And then that wins. Lastly, going to the Universal Love Oracle, beginning with Golden Path. This card for me, those of you who are familiar know, it speaks of the Wizard of Oz for me. And this is about healing, as was the Wizard of Oz. The four of them, were on their way down the yellow brick road for the purpose of reaching the Emerald City to be healed. Right? One was going to be healed of their lack of courage. One was going to be healed of the fact that she was lost. Right? She was going to help herself to be found and relocated to where she belonged. One lacked heart. And on their way, they found a lot of those things themselves, which is the same thing that happens with us. But, you know, when they do reach the end is when it all becomes clear. Well, again, the same thing going on with us. But for us, it's this golden path rather than the yellow brick road. And at the end of the path is the emerald ray of healing rather than the Emerald City. We're also surrounded by all this rainbow energy in the meantime. And, you know, everybody's waiting there to cheer you on, to tell you to keep on coming. You're almost there. Victory is in the mile. Opening to Trilogy of Light, which is a much better party of three. It's ourselves. Our partner tends to be also in the connection with divine, or it can be like mind, body, soul. For one person coming into balance. All right. This card, Balance, is also about healing for me. It's very temperance, like temperance from the traditional tarot, which represents the sign of Sagittarius. But in this card, you know, this card gives heavy air and water. I'm sure you guys can feel it too, especially when you look at these spheres here, who are very strategically placed, or which are very strategically placed over the communication centers, the throat chakra, the third eye chakra, and this one's harder to see, but over the crown chakra. That's very air sign. And then we have this blue female here, who may be a water sign, perhaps high priestess type of energy, helping him to, tap into his intuition and his emotions, and hopefully some logic too, or it looks like, all right, logic as well, air and water. Golden Path. And speaking of air and water, it is the Mystic, which is super high priestess energy for me. That's in general, and represents air and water. And of the air, most specifically, the sign of Aquarius, which is represented by the star in the tarot. All about our dreams coming true, our prayers being answered, our wishes being granted, but also that wisdom. And, you know, that she knows stuff. You might not think she knows, but trust me, she knows. And she won't necessarily ever let on that she knows. And that's not because she's being malicious. You know, she just only says and does like what she has to, for the most part. The Queen of, the Queen of Swords. Yes, that's true too, because we cut away stuff that we don't need, that, you know, that we don't have to do, and we only keep what we do. But I meant to say the High Priestess. So, of course, it guides us to pay close attention to our intuition as well. But to use all those things, because the air sign energy is there too. So intuition, logic, and emotion. And coming to this air and earth. And this card is very Venus in Libra. It's very Uranus retrograde in Taurus. But most importantly, it is about the need for us to, this goes toward our healing too, to, you know, take some time to spend with Mother Nature in meditation. Not necessarily like this. I mean, if you're into this, sitting, you know, in a prayer pose with your feet, you know, quote unquote Indian style, sure, knock yourself out. But you don't have to. You can sit on a park bench. You can be on a walk, a jog, you know, whatever you do that helps you to feel connected to the universe, do. And particularly the divine masculine, since you said that you were going to come down to earth and get grounded, then you're talking about earth sign energy. So you're talking about Uranus and Taurus. You're talking about Venus, the ruler of Taurus, currently in Libra, her most loving placement. And you're going to take advantage of that. This card also, just in general, air and earth to me. And again, of the air, most particularly Aquarius. And I just want you to know that I made that last statement on 22 minutes, 22 seconds on the clock when I said the word Aquarius. Our overall energy is sacred union. How awesome. Crowning the masculine, golden memories. This is about the need to let go of something or someone. It tends to be quite often more so about emotion, like the need to let go of negative emotion. That's what's holding you back. That's your biggest obstacle. So the inability to forgive, your pride, your ego, regret, resentment, all of that stuff. Not necessarily, you know, against the divine feminine. It's in general. Other people in your life, like harboring these emotions and these energies is holding you back. And sometimes more so if it's something from the past, you know, some sort of past event is what made you who you are today. And who you are today at this moment might be a person who's harboring a lot of bullshit, you know, that they need to drop like a hot fucking rock because you know, it's on fire. Let it burn. It's like you got to drop it as if it's about to burn a hole through your hand. Because you can't take it with you through the gateway. All right, you can't take it with you through the next stage. This is about the preparation that we're talking about. Until you do this, you're not ready to walk through. Also, of course, it's connected to the energy of fire and fire signs, the element of fire. I think that's evident there. You have another card of healing masculine, and it is enchantment. And I always see right here, similar to our opening message, the red and the blue, Venus and Mars, coming right through, you know, from the top of your head out the bottom of your feet with this healing. And it's about full surrender to allow for it to happen. This woman here with all these scars and everything on her face, her neck, you know, so she's been through some shit. That's not stopping her. All right, that's not going to stop her from trusting, continuing to trust. Like the first card that I had with Archangel Michael, trusting heaven, trusting the universe, not going to stop her from doing it. The fact that, you know, a couple of times she got knocked around, you know, and maybe those were the times when she wasn't trusting. Maybe those were the times where she was just sort of, you know, winging it. All right, and not paying attention to her intuition or any guidance or anything like that. So now, these are lessons learned, and she's in full surrender to allow for the healing. You are to do the same. Both will likely require this reflection. You know, looking back on your past, anything that you need to bring with you from there, anything you should have left behind a long time ago, drop it. What about looking around at your present? How does that look? And what goals do you have, for the future moving forward? Divine Feminine, love. This is easy. All right. Just like our other spread, where you were guided to remain in a place of passion. Right. And I said, stay loving. Still do that. We're surrounded by the energy of, wow, love it. Answered prayer. Which I also just mentioned a moment ago when I said it was like high priestess energy and Aquarius energy, star energy, dreams coming true, prayers being answered. And it was right. And here's more of that Aquarian energy, more air and water. And of the air and water, yes, most particularly Aquarius and of course Scorpio with this butterfly here. But this is also about paying attention to the guidance, right? It's like butterflies in your stomach. That's a message when you get butterflies in your stomach. And here's the gateway to which, through which we're supposed to go. Notice here it's mirroring the masculine's golden memories, where I said he can't go through this gateway until he drops this stuff. Crowning. Message from afar. This whole lineup here is this fire energy. Message from afar can be because of that distance card that we started out with. Right, could be distance between the two of you, and that's why the messages are coming from afar. It could be an actual long distance phone call, or an email or FaceTime or something from somebody who's at a physical distance from you. Messages from afar can also, of course, be messages, telepathic messages between us, but also messages directly from the universe, like from a real far, a super far. At the roots, it is more of this fire energy, although it doesn't look like it, because again, it's the energy of healing, like this karmic healing that is very temperance-like for me. Now, for me also, with the traditional tarot, the temperance card, although it represents the sign of Sagittarius, it screams Aquarius. There's always, almost always, a water bearer type being on there. So that explains for me the air and water, right? A water bearer that is an air sign. That's Aquarius. Again, where Mars, the red planet, ruler of Aquarius and Scorpio, ruler of Aries rather, and Scorpio is about to be back in Aquarius, our near future. And the heart of the matter, forgiveness. Boom. Letting go of this. Letting go of all those things that I mentioned before. I'll go over a couple of them again real quick off the top of my head. What did I say? Ego, pride, resentment, regret, the inability to forgive or to seek forgiveness. That's going to lead you to here. And for the feminine, the prayers being answered, dreams coming true. And for all of us, ultimately, that's going to lead us to here. Oh, masculine got 2. From the keepers of the light to the masculine, told you, healing, all about healing in this emerald ray or emerald city. Hilarion, divine healing. Honor your sensitivity, retreat to recharge and heal. You have to bond with nature, Mother Nature this week. You have to bond with the universe. You have to get grounded. You have to work toward healing this week. Your light can support others once it's working for you. Feminine, green Tara. Supreme protection. You're protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. So this has been an overlying theme the whole time. Trust. We began with that with Archangel Michael. Masculine is a party of 3 for you. Maybe that's where homegirl from the beginning showed up. You know, why? Maybe that's why she's around. Maybe she's their mother or something. I don't know, but children for you. This also is a card of new beginnings for me, sort of Empress-like, very like fertile energy. Feminine, beauty queen, very Venus. Venus, the planet of not only love and money or abundance, but also beauty, confidence, right? Esteem, popularity. And this is, we're feeling good this week about our, like, I'm feeling myself, like, you know, that Beyonce and, what was it, Nicki? Masculine from the Universal Love Oracle, divine guidance. So you're guided to surrender. Here's the infinity symbol, or another 8, right? This 8-11, this month of healing. But here's the moon. The moon is feminine energy, but further than that, it's feminine energy of surrender. So again, you're guided to let go and allow yourself to be healed. And also let go of the stuff you're holding on to that you should have dropped a long time ago because it was burning you. Right? When you're burning, you try to get healed, right? I'll do your other one first. Okay. Are you getting the message? Again, earth connection for the masculine. Spend some time with Mother Nature this week. That's your homework. And that's going to open you up to the flow abundance. And feminine, lastly, but not least, creativity. Coming up with creative ways to pursue our passions and those about whom we are passionate. Just like that first spread told us to stay in that energy of passion. This card also brings in the energy of fire signs with this fiery angel, this red-winged angel, and the sign of Aquarius. She has a star right over her third eye. She's also a water bearer. Here's her vessel with water spilling out into this pool. But what else? Water signs also come up. Water energy also coming up here. Some very translucent fish jumping out. Those fish, those are Pisces. That's Neptune retrograde perhaps, or that could be the Jupiter trine Neptune that I spoke of. Also occurring this week. Again, to find out exactly when, watch the general. Also, this moon behind her, the moon represents the sign of Pisces in the tarot as well. But is the ruler, the real moon, Earth's moon at least, is the ruler of the sign of Cancer. So that comes in as well. Air, fire, water. And pursuing our passions, we have this very Venus, very 3 of fire energy with which to do that. All right, I hope that you guys have enjoyed the love reading. If you did like the video, please actually like the video by clicking on it. If you're not yet subscribed to my channel, please do by clicking subscribe and then also clicking on the bell so you can be notified when I upload my videos. Thank you to my sponsors. I'll list you guys. What else? Oh, don't forget my giveaway. If you want to be in the giveaway, all you have to do is share one of my videos, tag me or at me and 2 of your friends, 2 like-minded friends, so that we keep our vibe high and unified. And then you're entered. I'll get your name from there. And I don't need your address or anything like that. No, you know, no shady stuff. Okay, guys, have a good week. Namaste.